Hello and welcome to the video on unsupervised machine learning. In this video, I'll tell you about the basics of unsupervised machine learning. So let us start. First of all, what is unsupervised machine learning? As the name suggests, unsupervised learning is a machine learning technique in which models are not supervised using training dataset. Instead, models itself find the hidden patterns and insights from the given data. It can be compared to learning which takes place in human brain while learning new things. So formally unsupervised learning can be defined as that it is a type of machine learning in which models are trained using unlabeled dataset and are allowed to act on that data without any supervision. Now, unsupervised learning cannot be directly applied to a regression or a classification problem unlike we saw in the supervised ML. But we have the input data and no corresponding output data. So the goal of unsupervised learning is to find the underlying structure of the dataset, group that data according to the similarities and represent that dataset in a compressed format. Now have a look at this example and the concept of unsupervised learning will be very clear to you. So now here you have this model and we won't train the model using the training dataset that we discussed in the supervised learning, that we keep 70% or let's say 80% data for training. We use that data to train the model and then we test the model on the remaining 20% of the data. That we don't follow here. We'll give the entire raw input data to the model without explicitly being trained. The model will extract certain patterns from these unlabeled data points and it will automatically categorize these data points into different categories or the segmentation it will perform. So here, based on the features extracted from the data, the model automatically clustered the images into dogs and cats. So this is also known as a clustering problem. We'll cluster similar type of images together. So in cluster 1 we are having all the images that have dogs and in cluster 2 we are having all the images that have cats. So here we are not performing the labeled data part or the training data set that we used to do in the classification algorithm or the supervised machine learning algorithms. Now, unsupervised learning can be further be divided into two more sub-problems. The first one is what we call the clustering problem, the example that we saw in the previous slide. This is a clustering problem. The second problem that we solve is the association problem, or a very famous example for this association is the market basket analysis. All these two problems we'll see in detail in the next few videos, but for the part of this video you should be very clear with the difference of supervised and unsupervised machine learning and the entire life cycle of a unsupervised machine learning project. So I hope you're very clear with all the concepts that we discussed in this video. Now let's move to the next video. Thank you.